what's going on? It's Jasmine here, and we are here for what? Facts and Snacks. I hope you guys are having an awesome day and an awesome week as always. This week, guys, I have a story to tell. I have a few stories to tell, but I only share one just for time's sake. So I went to a few networking events this week, guys, and let me tell you, I networked with some really, really great professionals and business owners, and on top of that, I was able to score 2 clients out of that. And this is just an example on some of the previous episodes where I talked about how important networking is, guys, because it just is. And you just never know where that relationship, where that connection can lead you. And sure enough, like, we connected. It was a great connection. They had a need, for the service that obviously I provided, and boom, there you go. It was that simple. So it's just amazing how things like that happen. And it sounds like a fairy tale, but it's not. The same way that I did that this week, guys, is the same way that you can do it. All you have to do is get out there, do it, make the time. So what I definitely recommend is finding some local organizations, finding some local meetup groups. One of the big things that a lot of people really don't look at is referral groups. And let me explain what that is. A referral group is basically where it's a group, it's like a small organization, and only one person from each industry is allowed in that group. So, for example, a VA. Once you have a VA in the group, then no more VAs are allowed in the group. And then everybody in the group will refer you out to, people that are needing your services. So you become like number one priority. That's free marketing, guys. That is free advertising. So just sink that in. You have this group of people, could be 10, 15, 20, 50 people, right? And they are marketing on your behalf for free. So whenever someone needs that service, they'll be like, oh my gosh, Jasmine does that, I'm going to refer her. And those are the type of connections that you want to make. And it's so, so important. I can't tell you how the percentage is so high of the amount of referrals that I have gotten just from people that I've worked with in the past and from people that I haven't worked with in the past. It goes both ways. It's a two-way street. So I encourage you guys to do that. If you need help with that, or you're like, I don't know how to do that, I don't know where to start, or if you have questions, please leave a comment or message me, because I would totally love to help. I'm not just telling you guys this, I'm telling you this because it works. I've seen it happen. I've done it. I'm doing it. And I want you guys to get leads. I want you guys to make connections and prosper in your business. And this is one of those key ways to do that. Is putting the face with the company. And when people meet you face to face, it is a completely different experience than meeting someone on a video conference line or talking to you on the phone. It's completely different. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. So that's my little story of the day. I mean, gosh, it's been an amazing week. Like, I just really can't complain. I really encourage you guys to go out to one or two networking events a week if your schedule allows, or just do one a week if your schedule allows. Find one of those referral groups. I just found out about those back in July, and I've been looking and looking and looking for one. Then finally I saw someone post something here locally in a group that I'm in on Facebook, and I was like, you know what? I reached out. I was like, I would love to come. Sure enough, she brought me as her guest, and the rest is history. Sure enough, every Wednesday at 7:45, you will find me with that group, networking, talking, connecting, all that good stuff, talking business and all that good stuff. So that's not our topic for today, but I just wanted to bring that up because it's so important, and I can't just express that enough, guys, that networking is key. And the people that are successful and that made it to the top, they didn't do it by themselves. And it really, really takes a supportive team behind you to help you get where you need to go. Somebody that you can call when you're stumped on a question, if you're trying to find out about something, if you're starting a new venture in your business, all these things. It's good to have that network of people to talk to reach out to, that are experts in that field and all of that good stuff. So moving on, again, if you have questions about that, please reach out. I would love to help on some different strategies that you can do in your local communities to help you. So moving on, guys. So last week, like I discussed, we're switching things around for those of you that, hey, Apu, I'm doing good. How are you? we discussed that we're going to switch some things around with the way that we do the show. And I have a little bit more to talk to you guys about that at the end. But I'll wait till we get through what we're going to talk about today. So we're only doing one topic each week now. So the videos are not so long, they're shorter. I know everybody's busy, so sometimes you don't have time to sit there to watch a 30-minute video, and I completely understand. So I want to keep it short and sweet, about 10 to 15 minutes or less, for us to discuss, whatever topic it is we're going to have that day. So last week we talked about business operations, and we talked about how to successfully run your business, and that was setting your foundation, researching and networking. Hello, we just talked about networking. And then separating your business and your personal life. So today, we're still talking about business operations. We're probably going to talk about this for a couple of weeks. And today is how to successfully run your business part 2. So we're going to discuss developing processes, being prepared, how to be prepared, and then identifying your target audience and services or products. So hopping into this, so developing your processes, you're probably like, what the heck does that mean? So a process, guys, you know what that is, a workflow process, a process in your business to help you get to the next step, with whatever that it is. So an easy process would be onboarding a new client. Obviously, every business needs that. When you get a new client, you would like to have a system in place on how you're going to do that. You have to have your service agreement in place. If you have a client questionnaire form that they need to fill out, how are the payments going to be made? How are you guys going to communicate? The list goes on. Every business is different, but each business has a onboarding process for their clients. So that's just an example. Another example is bringing on a team, bringing on a subcontractor, bringing on an employee. You have to have processes in place for that as well. You have to have when you're in your recruiting stages, your interviewing processes. When you actually onboard, that your contractor, your team member, and then you have to have processes for them day to day, week to week, on what they're going to be doing to help you with your business. Marketing processes. The list goes on, guys. We can talk about processes all day, but you want to make sure that each thing that is happening in your business that is going on, you have a process or a workflow for each of those things. It's so important. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. But again, just to review, you want to have processes in place for anything that you have going on in your business. It could be you going on social media and marketing every day. You need to have a workflow for that. How are you going to do it? Because in the end, when somebody comes in and maybe takes over that and you're not doing it anymore, it's good to have that process in place. And this also ties in with standard operating procedures. Same thing. If you have what are called SOPs, so standard operating procedures, and the acronym for that is SOPs. SOPs in your bigger businesses that usually already have a team in place, they're so important because you have people that are filling specific roles, and you have SOPs in place for those, for those specific things that they need to be doing. If they're on Facebook and they're posting for you and they're scheduling for you, then you'll have an SOP in place for that. How to schedule and how to post for Jasmine's Facebook page. Boom. It may be 5 steps. It could be 3 steps. It doesn't matter. So that's just an example or whatever. So you guys want to make sure you want to have that. And then also being prepared, guys. It goes into being organized. We kind of talked about this a little bit last week. To run a business, you have to be prepared. You have to be organized. It's absolutely, you just can't get from around it, because if you start your business and you grow it and you're not ready or prepared for the next steps or what's going to happen, I promise you it's going to bite you in the butt. It's going to hit you in your face. You're going to fall on your face. And me talking from experience, that has happened to me, and I don't recommend it to anybody. It's not a good feeling. It's a lot of work to get everything back to where it needs to be. You have to go back to the drawing board. It can be very, very stressful. So always be prepared, guys, for the next steps. If this is touching you and you're just starting your business, I'm glad that you're hearing this now. So you can go back and make sure that you really tighten up on the areas and things that you need to do. If you are already running your business and you're like, ooh, I really need to work on that, it's okay. Take a deep breath. Now what you need to do is go back and really scale your business and look at what you have going on. You need to write all that down, and you need to sit there and go through everything one by one. Develop your processes, everything, your workflows, everything that you need, your SOPs, same thing. All the things that you need to do to put in place for each one of those things that are on your list. And if you need help with that, I am more than happy to help. That's my job, is I help businesses create and implement systems so that they can streamline their workflows and their businesses. That's my job. So please reach out. And then guys, knowing your target audience and your services and products. This is important, and what a lot of businesses don't realize is they're like, oh, I need to market my stuff. Okay. Well, the first number one rule in marketing is you can't market your product if you don't know who you're marketing it to. You really need to narrow down your audience and make sure that you understand who your target audience is. You need to know specifically who you're going to target, and I would explain what I mean. If it's going to be ages, if you are a women's boutique and you sell clothes and you're targeting women ages 20 to 50, or that's a big range, 20 to 40 years old, professional working women that's out there, maybe a mom, and you provide different options of clothing for them, maybe to do evening like networking events, or you may have outfits when they're out with the family, different things like that. That is very specific on what you're looking for. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm just targeting women ages 20 to 40. Okay. Well, what type of women? And then 2040 is a big range too, so you also have to really look at that. Okay, here's a better example. I have a clothing boutique and I am marketing to ages 21 through 33. I'm looking for those business professional women that are lawyers, doctors, nurse practitioners, things like that. Obviously, they're in scrubs all day, and I want to provide them with, outfits to wear when they're not at work, that when they go to, events at night, or when they're with family on the weekends, things like that. You see how it sounds a little bit better? It's a little bit more targeted to what you're trying to do. So that's just an example. So make sure that you look at that. And if you're already in business and you've been in business a while and you don't have this in place, it's okay. Just take a step back and sit down and think about it. Who do I really want my target audience to be? Because when you're marketing yourself, that's the only way that you're really going to get, successful results, and the results that you're really looking for is being able to identify that. Because even when you're doing ads like Instagram ads, Facebook ads, you want to be as specific as possible on your ad, because then you're going to have a better reach, right? Then you're going to reach the actual people that you're looking to reach, for your business to get those leads. So just make sure that you guys keep that in mind. So that's pretty much all I wanted to go into today. I was hoping that, some people came on live and had questions, because I love to answer. But, again, we're still on business operations, and we're discussing how to successfully run your business. This is part 2. So you want to make sure you have those processes developed, your workflows, your SOPs. I would recommend making video SOPs. It's easier. You can have a written version, but I definitely recommend having a video version as well. Just do a screen share and have somebody basically narrate while you're looking at the screen and all that, because it's just so helpful. So as you interchange people into different positions, or if you're delegating a task that you no longer have time to do anymore, or whatever the case is, you're already set up to go. Make sure that you guys are always prepared. We've talked about several systems that can help you do that. We talked about bringing on a VA to help you do that. There are several ways to help get you organized and get you ready to where you need to be. Researching and networking is a part of that as well. And then also, guys, making sure that your target audience, that you know your target audience, not just that is very broad. You want to make it as specific as possible. And I'm guilty of this too. So it's something that I have worked on over the months, and It's still an ongoing thing that I'm working on, I will say, for me too. But I would love to answer any questions that you guys have about that, because those of you that are just starting a business, your thoughts, I probably have thought and have done the same thing. And I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I've made. So that's all I wanted to talk about with that. And lastly, guys, it's just one more thing I want to talk about for today. Basically, I am looking into I'm looking into moving this Facts and Snacks live series to YouTube. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to roll it out. But that will be happening soon. And I will update you guys as I do it. So it won't be tomorrow. But it is something in the next month or so that change will be effective and happen. And I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do all live videos, or if I just want to do, pre-make some and upload those as well. I'm still figuring out all those logistics. I'm working with someone on that now. And then lastly, we're going to start having guest speakers on our series. So you guys don't just hear me talk every single week. So we will have experts coming on from different industries that own different businesses, and they will come on and they will have one or two valuable resources that they want to share with you guys. And then we will start doing that as well. So I'm thinking bi-weekly for now. But if we have enough demand for it, we may, be able to pull in another day if possible. There are options with that. So I'm still trying to figure that out and see what the best options are. I may just do a poll. That may be better to see, what you guys will be interested in, because ultimately it will be on you guys' schedule and what you're wanting to bring to the table. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, no monetary funds involved. This will be you literally wanting more visibility and wanting more exposure, and you can reach the audience that we have to do that. And, it'll just only help you. If you're camera shy, this will help you. This is a great way to break out of that shell. I used to be that person. So we're working on all that stuff, but I will keep you guys posted as we do that. We still will have a show next week, I believe. I will be in Vegas for some work. So I should be back in time, but I will keep you guys posted on that as well. And I think that's all that I have for today, guys. I really, really want to thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, have a productive week. Have a productive weekend. If you're getting out to do those extracurricular activities, make sure you still have time for your business this weekend. If you have fallen behind, make sure you make up those hours. So I'm signing off for now. Make sure you go to our website at jasmineandco.org. We have lots of goodies on there. And make sure, if you're not following us on Instagram, head over there for some daily motivation on our Instagram page as well, at Jasmine and Co Team. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.